Alrighty, so before we... Shit.
Welcome back to Everything Whiskey. I'm Callum.
I'm Sam.
And today we're reviewing Bookers. Bookies.
Bookers. My gut did. I thought it was the cork, it's just the cork.
Oh, you broke the cork out. Oh, no.
Alrighty, so before we get into the review, clearly the backdrop's changed. We're, I'd say 80% done.
Mm-hmm.
There's still lighting, camera settings, shotgun mic, fair few things to get done. A few more bits and bobs, backstrip lightings on the shelving and stuff like that to go. But shelving we completed today, and there's going to be an episode coming on, kind of just a brief little time lapse of like all the stuff we did, which will be good. But I don't know, let us know what you think about it. I think it's pretty cool. It makes the room look a lot cooler. But I think standing up is just, I don't know, a bit more freedom.
It feels weird as well. I'm not used to this.
I don't know. I'm gonna get tired. Alright, so Bookers, I'd like to say this is one of my, I think this is one of the bourbons that made me fall in love with bourbon. Probably because High Proof, we've mentioned, really took us out of that banana zone and kind of let us experience bourbon for what it is. So I'm glad to get my hands on another bottle of Bookers. Now Bookers is from Jim Beam. It's one of their single barrel, it's their more premium release. They've got 4 of them. There's Bookers, Baker's, Knob Creek, Basil Hayden's. This is their premium one, though the most premium one. The highest proof, this one brings in at 62.95, so basically 63%. This is hot. And it's about 6 to 8%. Well, I think some stag is 62, like it ranges. We got one of the heavy, like 66. Yeah, so 6 to 8 years. This is just, it's really hard to describe Bookers other than just like a damn classic bourbon that's kind of like a bit of salted caramel, some more dark fruitiness going on. But really it still is bourbon. Like it's not, freaking out and it's still hitting the pretty much middle of the road. It's not freaking out. But I'll be the nose.
The only time I've ever had Bookers was at a whiskey club down in Melbourne.
Yeah.
And I don't. This was back when I wasn't into bourbons.
Yeah.
And we both bought a glass just because we knew it was one of the heftiest bourbons.
Well, we tried
Bourbons
Stag.
on the market.
We tried Stag as well.
Yeah. We had some hefty bourbons, and I think this might have thrown me off because I didn't drink another bourbon for a good year after. I reckon.
Yeah.
But coming back to this now that I'm into bourbons, it's
so good.
It's so good, yeah.
I only bought this like 4 nights ago, and I've already like gotten a third of the way through the bottle.
Yes, first glass.
I keep accidentally. I was like, oh, I'm not gonna even open it until Curly comes over, and I'm like, just a little bit. And every single damn night, and just like, oh.
The camera just saw I took a little sip. I couldn't help myself. But
jump the gun.
That doesn't mean. Should we just jump into the nose, I guess then?
Just get some notes.
It's so tasty.
It's got some, like it's not stag level, but it's still got some pretty intense wood bitterness. It's hot. The first night I opened the bottle, I took a sip, was like, not thrown off, but was like, Jesus, this is hot. And then put it down for like over 10 minutes and then came back to it and I just loved it. So we might not need to do that to that extent once it's like almost half gone because it's kind of had some time to aerate a little bit, but especially if you just uncorked it, maybe give it a second to breathe because it has been stuck in that bottle at 63% for a while. It's gonna be spiky, yeah.
To me, this is like, as you said before, it's like stag, but without all those wood bitters.
And more fruit.
Yeah, it's more,
for me, I'm getting like salted raisins on the nose.
It's like a more flavourful stag.
Yeah.
Stag more is focused on the heat and alcohol content.
Yeah, and the bitterness, the wood bitterness is just insane. But this, I get salted raisins.
I get classic bourbon notes out of this, like
some red apples.
It's pretty fruity, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. This is one of the more fruity bourbons for me.
Like molasses.
Yeah, definitely dark caramelized sweetness.
Brown sugar. It's kind of like molasses.
Yeah.
Get a bit of green apple as well. A bit of that bitter green apple.
Yeah, there is kind of like some citrusy, some sort of like more acidic fruit in there.
Maybe even grass. Or like hay or something like
Yeah, I
that.
feel like it's a freshly mown lawn.
Mm.
Like it's fresh.
It's so good.
It's a lot more bitter on the taste, but like it's really hot. It's really sweet and also kind of salty. It's like really fruity, but also has that like molasses caramelized. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's a really good bourbon.
Like all round. I don't know what the price of it is. I would imagine it's not cheap.
I got this one for war. Yeah, it's a bit loud, isn't it? What did I get it for? $1.15, which is
That's not that
well
bad.
under
Stag.
the retail price. Yeah, no, like in Australia, this at Nick's is $1.25, down from $1.50 when it's on special. So I got lucky. This place just didn't really know what they had, and it was just it was like new, but they only had one in stock, and it was $1.10. So I was like, alright, I'll get it. $1.15 or $1.10, I can't remember. But either way, under Stag is $330 in Australia. So.
And I would preferably prefer Booker's.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, I agree. But yeah, it'll range a lot in Australia. If you get lucky like I did, you'll probably pay no less than $1.10. But upwards, you know, towards $1.50 easily as well. So I don't know. It depends on the batch, which I'll let you know. The batch is. Sorry.
But I mean, 110. Like I'd happily pay $1.50 for this.
Oh yeah. So this is batch 2019-01E. And I said 6 to 8 years at the start because that is where Booker's ranges from, but specifically they actually tell you it's 6 years and 3 months. So I appreciate them being candid with most of their information.
It's very specific as well.
Yeah, they give you the months and everything. It's good. Yeah, I don't know. It is really hot.
It's not an easy drinker for me.
No. I'd like to drop some water in them. We just gonna, Kaylee got this. We got this from the
Whiskey
Tribe boys. So let's see if that focuses.
So I'm one of their patron members. So they send out a few
dropper. Gifts. Yeah, we've got a what do we got? We got that bung.
We don't
see that crowded barrel, but yeah, just plug them because I mean I know they're awesome. So thanks for that. We'll use this as our water dropper. I'm gonna let it sit for just a second.
Still got a lot of burn. Whoa. All that alcohol burn on the nose just disappeared. It's gone.
I can stick my nose right in there and it doesn't burn at all.
Oh. Taste there's still a bit of burn, but for some reason it brings...
Salty and sweeter.
But it's like more mellow and more rich in flavours.
Yeah, I mean it's still like shit.
Yeah, it's still
60% or whatever it is, but no, it's nice with some water. Yeah, when you're doing water, just start at the lowest amount, 1 drop at a time. Yep. Just work your way till you get to where you don't enjoy it anymore, and you kind of know, because it's just an interesting thing to do. Because that's what distilleries do when they decide when they're gonna release something specifically for the taste and not for getting as much liquid out to sell as possible. When they're focusing on taste, they'll do that. They'll taste things at different proofs and see which one tastes the best. And to be honest, I agree with the 63. I mean, I don't think they even choose. They just do it at barrel strength. Yeah. So like it's not really a choice, but
I reckon that's the best way to do.
Yeah, and let people decide on their own. If it's too hot, they water it down. If they like it that high, they keep it. It's good. I think the problem is that less nerdy whiskey drinkers probably aren't even aware of like the whole water, thing that people do. So they're kind of, oh crap, that's way too hot. That's way too, high alcohol. They probably don't want to touch it, and then they don't come back to that whiskey, even though they're meant to be adding water to it to try and find their optimum level. But who knows? I was going to say, if you see anything on the shelf, leave a comment if there's something you see that you particularly want to know anything about, because we'll do a review on that. Yeah. We've done a review on some of them, but there's quite a few out there that we haven't. There's this is probably half our collection. We're still gonna add more shelving in here. I don't know.
Half? I reckon this is about a third.
Yeah.
Because I've still got about
We've still got more, but this
Yeah.
is, if you see anything up here you would like reviewed, just leave it in the comments because we'll push that up in the queue because we're going to get through everything eventually, but
Yep.
it'll help us know what people actually want to see.
And if there's not something that we don't have, but you want to see us review,
Yeah,
let us
you
know.
think we should have up there. Yeah. This is the, one of the, all the Octomores that get sold out, the holy grails for us because you can't get them once they're gone and you can't get the 7.1 anymore because it's all sold out. So, and that's a favourite of ours. Alrighty, thank you for watching this episode of Everything Whiskey. If you like the new backdrop, let us know. We'd appreciate some feedback. If you like this review, leave us a like and maybe a sub if you want to see future episodes. We'll link our socials below. See you in the next one. Cheers.